My name is Heather Feather. I am the owner of Rare Bird Medicine. Today I wanted to talk about making peace with the world. Fun! Let's do this. So, how do we make peace with this crazy world of ours, huh? Good question. In my youth, I thought the way that I would do that is to change the world. Oh, there's all kinds of messed up stuff going on down here. Lots of experiences I got to partake in. We're like, wow, that was really dark. Whoo! Man, two-leggeds can be wildly dark. Wildly dark. Yeah, in my youth, I used to think like, you know what, how I'm gonna make peace with this world is I'm gonna change this world and we're gonna make it peaceful. As I've aged, as I've had the glory of aging, it's helped me to understand that it's possible, probable, and highly likely that this world is operating exactly as it should be. It's operating exactly the way it should be, potentially. Thank you for hanging out with this nutty bird. Bless you. So, in the duality of life, let's take, my current consciousness is focused on a tarot class that I'm offering every Thursday for 6 weeks in January. You can always go to rarebirdmedicine.com and click on the classes link if that interests you. We would love your beautiful mind to be part of that wonderful group that's gathering. If it doesn't interest you at all, the tarot, you're just like, not interesting. And let's go a step further and to say, if you judge it, or if you judge me, or if you think I'm in bed with the devil, bless you and your thoughts. Those are other options and other ways we can hold the topic called the tarot. None of them are right. They're just the spectrum from 0 to 100 of the many different ways we can hold the topic called the tarot. Pick whichever one works for you. Fun! As I make peace with this world, as I go from body to body, flesh costume to flesh costume, whatever it's got going on, whatever its matrix is, and I age in those bodies, and we seem to have a deleting, but there's something on the shamanic path where you kind of get to pick up some of those former threads. I start to go, I think the earth is supposed to be a dualistic realm. I mean, the quickest way to get out of duality is to go to a singularity or a trinity. I mean, that's echoed in the annals of time through a multitude of cultural offerings of like, a trinity would be the way. Mother, Maiden, Crone in the craft, or Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit in Christianity. There's a wide variety of systems. In Buddhism, it's like the Tao or the way or the middle path versus desire and suffering. So one of the ways we can disengage the duality is to place ourselves in a singularity or a trinity. The way I place myself in a singularity on the daily is when I get judgmental of anything in front of me and go, I don't know, you're driving slow. It's irritating. You're like driving less than the speed limit and I'm Speedy McGee. Come on, you got a fire sign behind you. Let's go. Or, you're not liberal or you're a racist or, whatever it is we want to judge and tack and be like that. In this circumstance, I'm going to offer negativity as opposed to light. The way I get to a singularity, when I get in that duality that breaks the singularity into separation, the way I come back to a singularity is to go, that's emptiness. I'm emptiness. For one thing. Just kidding. Thought I wanted to argue with you, but actually, I am you. I don't want to fight with myself. Just kidding. So, yeah, I'm going to give some examples of what I'm talking about with making peace with duality, because this is a dichotomy. This is a duality. This is a polarized realm. every single moment of history from the dawn of time until now has always included shadow and light, has always included fear or false evidence appearing real and love, has always offered the dualistic way to hold this realm, compassion or judgment. That's what this realm is. So, like, I personally identify as pansexual. To me, that means genitalia blind. We're pretty genitalia obsessed as two-leggeds, I find. Like, the first thing we do with a baby is not like, what's its nature or spirit? Is it a real lively baby? Is it sleepy? Is it quiet? What have you noticed about your child that has an entire spirit and energetic dynamic and personality that entered the world? Instead, we're always like, what are the genitals doing so that I know the appropriate response? It's just so strange. It's so strange. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. Teach their own, though. Teach their own. Like, be obsessed with genitals if you want to be. For me, as a pansexual person, I don't care what your physical body is doing. I don't care if you're thin or if you're fat or identify with either of those terms. I don't care if you're a man or a woman, if you're cis, if you're trans. None of that. None of the physical world matters to me in that regard as far as sexuality and attraction are concerned. To me, it's about, like, who you are. What, like, do you invoke, invigorate, and invite in your way of being, in your nature of laughter that you hold as being self-freeing, that you activate my inner comedian? Cool, love that, fun, let's hang out. You know what I mean? So to me, I've never cared about those things, but there's some people that are very, I only have sex with this genitalia, or the genitalia has to look like this, or the physical body has to look like this. I like a bigger person. I like a six-pack. Wanting physicality to be a certain way. So I'm not right in being pansexual. And someone's not right in being gay, and someone's not right in being heteronormative. There are options from 0 to 100 on every topic in the universe of how to be. And we each individually get to make that choice on every thread that weaves together the fabric and the matrix of who we become. We get to choose our value system. We get to make our decisions about who we individually are going to be. And there's always going to be diversity. Pick any thread of your matrix that makes you you. Pick any of the bits of data that make you you. And consider if there is, out of the 7.8 billion consciousnesses, they say, I mean, who knows if aliens live inside the world or what, is the earth hollow? There's so many concepts here. But we're told there's 7.8 billion humans. Under that concept, is it possible that every thread, every bit of data that makes you you, there's a polar opposite concept in someone else's mind, a polar opposite value system in someone else's consciousness here? I'm going to go with highly, highly, highly likely because of mathematics. 7.8 billion is a big number. So yeah, you can be a witch, or you can be a Christian, or you can be an atheist, or you could be agnostic, or you can be Muslim, or you can be You can follow a bunch of laws about what it means to be spiritual. You can follow like one law and be a witch. You get to choose. You can follow none and be an atheist, but still have a great moral compass. Each being gets to choose what's true for them, which is the beauty and the glory and the grace of the word called freedom. So you can use 1 million paper towels a day, or you can feel like it's weird to take a live thing and murder it so that you can clean up your clumsy spill. And I think, I need one roll of paper towels per year maybe, because I'll use a towel and then do laundry. Am I right? Am I superior in my knowing of how to human because I don't use a bunch of paper towels every day? No, they're all made of emptiness. They're all made of emptiness. It's just an opinion I hold. So I'm really an Ubuntuist. If you're familiar with Desmond Tutu, he's an Ubuntuist. Dalai Lama and Desmond Tutu are really good friends. And if you ever want to see something super cute, look up pictures of them because they're adorable together. They clearly love each other. Oh, love that. Love looking at pictures of them. But as an Ubuntuist means I am me because we are we. My being deeply, deeply, deeply liberal because I don't care about economics, I don't care about business, I don't care about finances, I don't care about Wall Street, I don't care about any of that. I do care very much about freedom, individual freedom and rights for an individual to choose if they want breast augmentation because they decided they want bigger titties, if they want to change their genitals because they want to commit suicide all the time because it feels like they got the wrong genitals. I believe in freedom of like, if I want to have an abortion, that I, as the holder of the baby that would have to raise it if I don't have it, be the person that gets to make that decision, A. And, you know, if anyone wants to judge me, or judge people that have abortions, one thing they could do is go adopt all the wanted children, all the unwanted children out there. That's something we could do. Instead of like whining about people having abortions, if you really want to be pro-life, then there's tons of kids that need adopting. Like, let's get on that. But so I can hold that kind of like, don't tell me I can't have an abortion and you should adopt a child first. But I can also just go, you know what? You can be pro-life, and whatever that means to you, I'm sure that like to you, that's a very sacred value system, and you're right to you. And I'm not right. I'm right for me. I'm right for me that I believe my physical body and other physical bodies should have the right to decide if they want a haircut, have the right to decide if they want to get glasses if their eyes aren't working, if they can afford it, if they have that privilege, that you know, an individual should have the right to decide what happens with their physical vessel. That's me. It's not right. It's an opinion. You see? It's just an opinion. So the tricky thing about our opinions, the tricky thing about our opinion sacks, our value systems that are garnered from our personality matrix development from 0 to 7 is that once we have that value system, because our neural network is wires together for like thoughts and looks for like thoughts to make association, we have a tendency to want to seek like thoughts out there, and we want the world to be like us, and we want others to be like us. That's not the world we live in today. That's not the world we've ever lived in any minute of any way in which the earth has existed, from what I can see, from what I've heard say, from what I've heard tell here. And from where the future's headed, I can't imagine a future where we're not doing duality in this realm, or we're not doing dichotomy. A dichotomy offers shadow and light. It offers love and fear. It offers, oppression and freedom. It offers blah, 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 blah. I do think that we wanted this. What? Why would we want this? So, a beautiful teacher that came into my life, a couple of teachers came into my life, and harshly judged the elderly. They kept, I wish these dinosaurs would die off, and if they hadn't handed us a screwed up world. And newsflash to all youth everywhere, since the dawn of time, every youth has come in and been like, how dare the last generation give me this world? Without any awareness that every generation before had given them a screwed up world. That's been going on forever. It's been screwed up down here forever. That's the reality. That's the nature of this realm. The quote unquote reality of this realm is duality. So there's always been that. And there was no way for us to hand a perfect world, but let's marinate on that. What if my generation had handed the youth of today a perfectly harmonious world in which we all got along in every single way? What work do they need to do here? And the generation after that, and the generation after that, and the generation after that. Just maintain status quo forever? Is that what we're reaching for? Like, let's just eternally maintain this status quo of incessant agreement on all topics until the end of time. Is it, like, what is the goal? What is the goal? To me, the goal is peace of mind, peace of heart, peace of life, peace of art, peace of movement towards that which enlivens. And that means I get to pay attention to any time I'm choosing to have an oppressive mind because I want to change that out there instead of changing this inner paradigm. You need the light and the dark, both, to see me in the room. We need the light and the dark in this paradigm to see the lesson we wanted to know, to connect with it, to see it, as Lisa Ricciardelli taught me. You need the light and the dark to even see that I'm speaking to you right now. And that's true of the physical world as well. May we give all of life the freedom to infinitely express. Blessed be.